Hey guys, my name is Ishtihaq. I'm a photographer in North Carolina, and every now and then when I get the chance to, I make some video blogs on photography. And you see here my little son Adi. He's a little over a year old. He's gonna be what, 14 months soon. So yeah, I do a lot of photography, event photography, weddings, and some landscapes. Not too much these days because of the baby. In any case, so as I do photography and as I go to events, I see a lot of people with expensive new cameras, DSLRs, and they try to take photos. They're very passionate about their photography, but they wonder how they can get a little better. And a lot of times when people see the photos I take, they come and ask me which lens you're using, or what's the body, which camera, which brand you're using. But the biggest truth is that none of these define how good your photography will be. And sorry, Baba. And it depends on some other things. And what I'm going to do today in this video is to walk you through some of the things that I use that are not at all expensive. They all cost somewhere between $6 to $20 or $30, and you can use those and you can immediately improve your photography. So let's do that. Let's look at a few things, and I'll have to fish it out of all the toys that he has here right now. So let's assume for a second that you have an entry-level DSLR and you have the kit lens that comes with it. You don't have to bother buying a new lens at first. Any new lens will cost you something in the order of $200 to maybe $2,000. Or if you want to upgrade the body you're using, it's going to cost you, even if you buy it used, it's going to cost you like $500 or $600, going all the way up to maybe $3,000. So instead of that, let's look at a few things that you can use. All right, which one can we use first, Baba? Let's take this one. This is a reflector, and this one you can buy for about $12, and I have like 3 or 4 of these, because these are all-purpose things that are really very good and very useful. And what you can do with these is, I'll read where's baby's belly button in a second. But with these, what you can do is you can fill the light. You can see his face. It was dark on this side, and suddenly there's more light. So your photo can improve just with this $12 thing. You can cut out light as well if you are using this black side. And also, once you look inside, you can turn this around and you have a golden reflector. And you have this other white side as well, as opposed to the silver side. And then when you take the whole thing out, you can use this as well to screen the direct sunlight. So if you have the light source, the harsh sun coming, you can put it in between your subject and the harsh source to diffuse the light and get a very good light. So that's something you can do for just $12. Now, let's look at something else. Well, a flash. What I have here is a cheap Yangnuo Chinese flash, and this cost me, yeah, I'd say this is an expensive one. This cost me like $100. This is not a Nikon or Canon one that you need. They work with any model. They have, I think there's Altura, and there's newer, the one that I started with. Those cost less than $40, and you can use triggers if you want. You can buy triggers, and I'll show you some triggers. But you can use the optical slave mode, and what this helps you do is to create off-camera flash. So if you want to, you can have it sitting on top of your camera and you have extra light. You can have that bounce from all over the room, or you can take it off camera and from somewhere else you can bring in the light. So maybe from here, or here, or here, or maybe turn around, bring it from there. So whatever it is we want to do, we can do it, and that adds a lot of dimension. Again, woo, I know, it's exciting. This is like a $40 thing that you can buy and use. If you want to use radio triggers, you can use your own camera to trigger it optically, but if you want to, you can buy triggers as well for whichever brand you choose, and they're not very expensive either. So look into that. Something else is you can use something like this, just a simple card with different colors, and what you need this for is to get the right white balance. If you go to an event where there is a, say fluorescent light or whatever it is, and you want to know, you're struggling to get the white balance right in post-processing, you have this gray card here. You go to Lightroom, you click on the gray, the 50% gray, and you have the white balance that you need for your event. So again, something very simple. Something else that goes with a flash, whenever you're using flash, there are two ways you can use it. You can either think of it as you're completely overpowering what's going on, and you are going to introduce the light from the flash, and that's it. That means your flash will really have to send out a lot of power. Or what you can do is you can send just a simple kiss of light. You have a person, let's say I'm sitting here, part of me is illuminated and the other part is dark, and you want to lighten that up. The problem is, if this side has yellow light and on this side I have white light, it's not going to work, mixed lighting. So to fix issues like that, what you need is a gel. And what a gel is of course you have these mat, velcros to strap it around, but a gel set is you have all these different colors. So you can have the golden colors, you can have the greenish colors, or any way you want. So you can bring an artistic touch to it, but also you can balance the light. You can make sure that the light from the ambient light coming from the fluorescent lights on this side and what's coming out from your flash is the same. That means you don't have to fire the flash at high power. And yeah, well, okay, we're done almost. So there's that. That's something very good. Something else you can do, these I just got very recently. These sit again on top of the flash, and again this diffuses the light as well. You can have the silver, the golden, or the white, whichever way you want. All these options that you can have. Or I got this Rogue very recently, the flash bender. This is a large one, and it cost me, I think, just $40. Again, this is something that sits on top of the flash, and what it allows you to do is instantly create a larger light source. You can control the bounce, you can do whatever you want with it. You can shape the light to give it, any kind of look that you want. Or you can come here and just tie it up and have this focused snoot kind of light if you want. So these are all things that are very cheap. None of these cost more than $50. You can also get things like, I got a set of 2 light stands that cost me about $20. I got a softbox, a 24-inch by 36-inch softbox. I think each of those cost me something around $20. The flash, you can use a $100 flash, a $500 flash, or even a $50 flash. These I think weren't more than $15. The triggers, yeah, maybe $100 for a set. And of course, get more of these screens for $12 or so. So yeah, you can use all of these and instantly improve your photography, because you're gonna have better light. And at the end of the day, it's not what your camera can do, it's what your camera is capturing. If you don't have good light and good shadows, no matter how expensive a camera you have, you're not gonna have a very good photo. So that's what I wanted to share with you, and of course there's big screen. But I hope you found this video useful, and I'll try to bring out a series of episodes where I show how each of these can be used, and I'll show you some before and after photos. Thank you. Bye-bye.